So we're looking at eye jabs. There's a lot of controversy. There's a lot of controversy online about people who are giving all sorts of advice and a bunch of convoluted. It's. I'm trying to be nice. Foolishness. We're going to say foolishness. And a lot of it comes from people not actually poking other people in the eyes in a defensive situation. I've done that. I've had it done to me. The key on an eye jab is you do not have to develop the death claw. You don't have to have the fingers that can punch through concrete. If you touch your eye, and do this very lightly because the eye can be damaged easily and you don't want the retina separating and the whole gamut of things that I've seen in my time. It's soft. Now imagine a speck of sand. Let me help you with this. This is almost too fine. But imagine, I don't know if you can see that. Imagine that in your eye and all the struggle that you do to get that out because you can't see and you can't whatever. And that's a speck of sand. It doesn't have to be shot at you from a cannon that puts it at 300 miles an hour. The eye jab, when you're training it, you can do fingertip push-ups all you want and everything else. But for the eye jab itself, because you want to develop just overall, we're developing the strength in the arms. We have many uses for this, meaning wrist locks. We're punching through people's heads, body parts, things like that. Palm strikes are preferred because you don't break the bones of the hand as easily. The eye jab does not require all that. The eye jab needs to be trained in a flicking, relaxed manner, because if I flick this, and I'll swear to you, I flick it loosely like this. If you look at this pattern, if I go like this, and I've got a boxer, I've got somebody who's trained to move their head a certain way, one of these at any one of these elevation will hit the person in the eye according to how they move, versus somebody who trains only to penetrate concrete with their fingers in one plane of action. So we're looking at, if I can have my assistant here as I poke her eyes out for you. If I'm going like this and she's a boxer and she brings her head down for cover, boom. I have trained this punching concrete, cracking coconuts for nothing. If I go like this, I flick it. Guess what? She puts her hand down. Ooh, one of these will get in there. And all it requires, and I've done this, and people hesitate coming in on you, and I'm talking big muscular dudes that you wouldn't even cross the street. If you saw them, you would get on the other side of the street, tattooed and muscular and everything else. Pop them in the eyes, and you will see an infant response. You will see this. And as they're coming in to do something again, and your hands are just ready to pop it again, they choose a different path. They'll try to do this, they'll try to cover, they'll try to... It is so interesting to watch a human being change their attack posture and everything else once you've popped them in the eye with a nice fast flick that is relaxed. Again, the flick is here. I shoot the hand out. I go from hip to elbow to wrist to flick. And that flicking motion is going to just be a nice relaxed discharge into this space. And you look at that. That's why she grabs a pad. So if you want to train, because a lot of people think that they got to put in such power, they got to draw back from Texas in order to throw a punch. That one's already there, that sort of thing. There's a lot of misconceptions about training and fighting for training, or fighting and training for fighting. So if I'm going like this, I don't have to do this, and I don't have to do this. It should look ridiculous. I mean, there are, I got 40, almost 50 years of training. on this. The stuff I've seen would make you laugh because you look at it over time and then you see all the stuff that the foolishness keeps getting repeated, and then there's nobody challenging the foolishness. This is my challenging the foolishness. So take it for what it is. But if you understand the physics of getting hit in a soft eyeball that cannot have shields come down, that does not have bone protecting it, that does not have anything but your head movement, range awareness, that sort of thing, anything else that you put in play, you train like this. That's why the paper training Bruce Lee did was important, because you want to just penetrate through the target. That's what paper training helps you do, because a lot of people, they'll go like this. I'm going to target the circle here and flick on the jab. And you notice what happens, her arm barely moves. So the paper training, when you hold paper, you tend to punch through that. And so that this now has penetration through the target. So when you're training, this is nice and all. And again, that's perfect. That's all that's required for hitting the eyeballs. But because a person moves and has dynamic range, we want to be able to penetrate through. So I want to make sure that anything I do has that depth into the partner's defensive movement structure. Not necessarily the eye. The eyes, this takes care of the eyes. And I could do that. And it would take somebody who's 6 feet tall, full of muscle and everything, a pop in the eye. I swear to you, it will change their attack posture completely. Ming, out. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments below. I got a guy named Dwight Woods who has some fantastic observations as well. Check out his channel. I'm going to put a link in their description below as well, because he debates more of this stuff online than I will. This is my version of debating. I just present some of the facts that you can choose to accept or ignore. But I'll tell you, if you train it and if you use it actually in a defensive structure, you will see the results completely different than what people are telling you, the general public. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a different load, yeah. But you're going through it pretty solid.
We don't seem to be having a problem. We haven't hit this part.
Yeah, the halfway point is the end.
There's no stopping now.